All right, well, hello and welcome back again as we get ready for the second game of the night and the final of the Prism week, as we are going to have the Chicago Inferno up against the Steinhatchee Scallops. Hoping for a good one here, but we'll see what we get. As you can see, third versus seventh here. Chicago haven't lost. Meanwhile, Steinhatchee don't have a win. Both teams have played New York, with Chicago winning in 4 games and Steinhatchee winning in 5, or losing in 5, although I'm not sure they played the same roster. Then Chicago also played Miami, while Steinhatchee played Santa Carla. Moving over to our weekly schedule, you can see 4 games played, and this one the last one yet to go. I've had one sweep so far, as well as one lower-seeded quote-unquote team winning, but we'll see where this last one goes. Moving over to our standings, we got 2 teams sitting at 3-0. We'll see if Chicago can join them. Santa Carla, meanwhile, currently alone at 2-1, and then it is 4 teams sitting at 1-2, and then Steinhatchee seeing to go if they rise up to that or fall to join Miami at 0-3. Moving over to our stats, Hallow and Yami the key players, with it being very split up for Steinhatchee. Meanwhile, pretty concentrated that Hallow is leading most things for his team, with the only kind of takeaways from that being that obviously he's scoring a lot, so isn't getting as many assists, and then the shooting percentage is quite low due to all of those shots. But hey, if it's working, it's working, and is also leading the team goals, so it could be worse. On the other side, as we mentioned, it is quite split, but when you look at the actual stats themselves for the teams, it is very in favor of Chicago with a 4-1-1 split, with 1 being in favor of Scallops with just saves, and then a tie on shooting percentage. I think you'd be very wrong to go with anything other than Chicago should be, and absolutely are, very clear favorites in this matchup. I think it's that simple. I think Chicago are 2-0, and they've looked good. Now, they are going to have a one day, as they will not have BP and will instead have Gavin. But honestly, I don't think that's going to matter. I think, obviously, Gavin a good player. BP also a very good player, as that is, I believe, 1 series that he's put up very solid stats there. Would have been in 4 games, so yeah, that would have been in the last week's series. And so he's a very big piece of this team. But at the same time, they have Hallow. And Wiko, as you can see with the assists, is a pretty good supportive player. And so I think as long as they get a good third, it being a sub definitely could take away from some of the chemistry, could lead to more awkward play, etc., etc. But I think they're still clear favorites, and they should probably win. Now, I'm not going to go sweep because A, there's a sub, and B, Steinhatchee have played pretty well against a lot of teams. Well, that's a skill issue. I also said SHFs. I mean, you asked a question and then bet before you got that answer. It also has been several weeks, and so, like, you could have known, you know? But hey, all good. Now you sit with what you bet, and you bet for the favorite, so we are just waiting to get everyone in the game here. But yeah, I mean, I want to give Steinhatchee at least a game, because this roster is solid and did take a game off Santa Carla in their last week matchup. So I think they are competitive. I just don't think this is one they're going to win. But I want to go 3-1, because I think there could be some like growing pains with a one day in here for Chicago, and they might not play perfect, but hey, we're good now. We have everyone in, and we're good to go. Final Prism game of the week. Chicago, pretty clear favorites, but they don't have their main roster, and so we'll see how this one goes as we get on the field. -1. Waiting on someone to join up, and there we go. And so it's time to get underway. Do need to up my volume. I'll do that for the first goal if it's not one that we need to watch the replay for, but we'll see. This one's dropping down. Yeah, that'll do it. Hold, let me try to be fast. Okay, I did not switch the scene, don't care. And bang. for the sake of speed, you guys get to see me not switch the scene. I missed clicking the button. But hey, off kickoff. Bangs off the left wall, gets back in. And it is now 1-0 for Chicago already. So that's pretty reassuring. Again, definitely not doubting them. Don't think they need to earn any confidence. But as you see there with a double commit, could see moments like that, and those could be windows for the Scallops to find chances in this game. But we'll see. No way. It's crazy, Kellen. I gotta get there first, dog. As that one's just in. Hallow finds a shot, and it just goes through. Gavin drops it down. Hallow just plays it bottom right corner. No one covering the net. And so from midfield, it's just another long goal. Already 2-0. This one sent over to the right wall again. Wiko already waiting. He'll get a reset, trying to 50 it out, but it just goes backwards. Hallow now just going to reset. Takes it all the way back. This is going to go back to the VOD, as that one's there. But even then, I mean, I didn't click the other tabs. Like, he has my audio settings. No way. This one sent out. Hallow is there. The demo helps him out. And it is 3. Wiko bumps 1, Gavin removes a 2nd, and there's no 3rd to make the save. So with 4 minutes left to go, it is already a very confident lead here for Chicago. And this one's played out, but it gets blocked out to the side again. Now up high in the air. Hallow trying to stay behind it, gets a reset, now leaves it down. That one shot in by Wiko, but Yami's up with plenty of time. Now down towards the corner, cleared away by 8-Bit Man for the moment. Hallow, though, given control, going to the air, playing the 50. It's back towards Gavin. Gavin now brings it down and flicks it right back up. Hunting for another demo, will only find a boost steal, though. And Colebob will give up, will get a little bit of the pressure relieved before Chicago look to press right back in. Bump comes through, but it won't stop this one from bouncing towards the corner. Wiko looking for a back pass, but no one close enough. Now cleared out again. This one around the outside. Gavin trying to stay with it. Colebob will center. Hallow now downfield. No one there except Orange, and so Yami will play it the other way. But we really need to see anything on offense here for Steinhatchee. I mean, 3 minutes left to go. They definitely do still have time to get a win in this game, and that could be a good start. Yami gets the first goal. Back to a 2-goal game as Yami just 50s it, and it bounces through. No one playing back. Gavin does get a piece, but it just goes off his car and still flies in. 2:51 to go. Still a still 2-goal lead, but a little bit closer. And maybe a little bit of hope for Steinhatchee, although you'd still like to see them build something out of offense, because that feels a lot more sustainable. Wiko, though, on this one. There's a goal out of offense. Hallow on the pass. Wiko on the strike. And it's 4-1. Just a bullet top left. And with half the game to go, it is a 3-goal lead once again. Up in the air, they're looking to keep going. Wiko has the double. It's 5. I saw he was low on boost. I wasn't sure he'd get it, but he knocks it straight down. And it is a 4-goal lead now. Hallow now trying to play it down, looking for the 50. It's off the back wall. Hallow's there. It was Gavin for the follow-up shot, but it went wide again. Now Wiko gets blocked out to the side. Hallow trying to jump in, fakes out one. Gavin in next, off the corner, looking for a back pass, but Colebob gets there first. Now Colebob, pass off the back wall, read by Hallow, but it's dunked back in. Gavin now trying to pop it up. Hallow is there, but a little bit off on that first touch. Will still get a good 50, but nothing towards the net. Wiko, though, that's towards the net, and Colebob would be the one to pop it away. Yami trying to get it around the outside. Kolbob forward. Up in the air. Hallow over one. Trying to drop it in. Popped up to the side. Now Gavin dropping it down. This is off the back wall. We go. That one rings off the post. You know, you never know. They may have needed that 6th goal, but Wiko just not able to collect it, you know? We'll really have to spend a couple hours on that in VOD review, but hey, all good. There's Kolbob trying to follow this one. Looking for the pass across. Gets a bomb down. Looking for another, but no one shoots it. And it'll stay 5-1 as Steinhatchee have finally had a bit of time down in the blue half here, but nothing has gone on target from it. Yami now looking for another, centers it out. 8-Bit-Man's there, but Gavin cuts it away. Gavin now one touch forward, looking for a 50. It'll force out to the right side. Now up in the air, Yami the reset, won't get back, looks for a touch, will play it over to the side wall. Might slow him down a little bit, but Wiko's still on it. Kolbob now dunked back in by Wiko. Gavin in next, around the outside. 8-Bit-Man still staying with it. Hallow off the left wall. Now cleared away by Kolbob. Final 30 seconds here. Unsurprisingly, doesn't look like we're going to have much of a comeback, as Hallow will leave that. Wiko looking for a pass, but Gavin will have to wait. Yami now sends it all the way downfield. Caught in by Gavin. Yami now trying to center it across. Hallow on it, around the outside. Eventually loses control. That one 50'd on net, but Wiko there. And so the time runs down, and with a score of 5-1, Chicago dominate game number 1. They're going to outscore them 14-3, outscore them 5-1. And I'd be surprised if there are very many stats at all that you could point in favor of the Scallops. Probably saves. They had more saves, 6-2. That's about it. I'm sure, I mean, maybe there's some like boosts grabbed or something, boosts used, but even then I'd be surprised because Chicago were flying. But, I mean, most importantly, Chicago, it felt like through the early part of that in what actually won them the game. Of course, they added several goals on, probably at least 2-3 that you could consider excess, but in the early part of that game, it wasn't even offense. It was just kind of punishing. Now this one into the corner again. Hallow trying to get it away. Looking for the reset down. It's played forward. There's a fake. And it goes through. The defense can't react as Wiko and Hallow both are behind the ball, but neither one hits it. And so in the end, it is 1-0. That one caught off the post, but dunked right back in. And it is just 2. A bit of a meltdown on the defense there. Now Hallow trying to get this one away. Looking for a reset forward. Only 40 seconds in, but already a very dominant start for Chicago. And I'll tell you that one in my prediction is starting to look a little bit shaky, as I'm kind of struggling to see a way that the Chicago team's going to lose a game. But hey, we'll see, as we still have 4 minutes left to go here, and they would have another life even if they do drop this game. Gavin now trying to play it across. Kolbob already in the air, plays it downfield. That'll get down into the corner. Looking to follow it up. Hallow drops it down. Now off the back wall. Now Wiko trying to play it downfield. Yami on it. Played away. Wiko plays it over to the right side. Hallow now around the corner. This one caught down. Now a team pinch tries to get it away. This one will drop down. 8-Bit-Man the shot. Might have just been a play forward. Wasn't on target, and it's cleared away for the moment. That one a good dunk in by Yemi, but not going to be an immediate threat. Gavin's touch a little bit wayward. Kolbob trying to center it across, but the shot is too late. It gets cleared all the way downfield, and the shutout will hold as we approach 2 minutes in, and it might just be 3. Hallow adds on. A solo play, bang to the bar, read it off the bounce, doesn't even need a lot of boost. And it is now a 3-goal lead for the second game in a row. With 3 minutes left to play, once again like last game, not looking very good. Now last game they did get their 1 goal when they were at this scoreline. We'll see if they can do the same, and of course they'll need to keep going from there, but I mean, it's just not looking good. They're making defensive mistakes. They're just getting pressured to the point of breaking on defense. They aren't getting really any offense. And it's just not going their way thus far. As they're currently getting outscored 8-1. So there was a very brief Brazil on the series there. But, I mean, we'll see. But it's not getting better, I'll tell you that. Hallow is 3 for 3 on shots in this game. A hat trick for him, and it's 4-0 for the Scallops. I mean, you just can't give him time. They try to wait, they try to block the shot, and then the shot's just around him. You know this guy's gonna hit it. Obviously, it's hard to dive. That's why you kind of need 2 on defense, but that's what you gotta do. And hey, that also is a pretty good development. As it's Kolbob here playing patient. Ball comes to him and he gets a pinch that skips off a defender right across the center. And 8-Bitman's there for the strike, so it's now 1-0. Now off the right side, Wiko trying to get the touchdown, and it's in! Gavin gets the final shot. There's Wiko to set it up there, that light touch under Kolbob, and then Gavin finds a hole in the defense and strikes straight through to make it 5-1. So we've now matched the ending score of the last game, and we still have 2 minutes left to play. But hey, maybe good news, although that one does get saved away. We were hoping maybe that could be a goal from Steinhatchee for a little bit of confidence back for him, but not to be. Now trying to clear this one away. Gavin is there looking for the pop across, just trying to relieve some pressure. That's a big bump. But Kolbob a little too awkward on the jump. Now Wiko with control, dunked back in again. Hallow downfield, up high in the air. We'll try to chase it, and that touch will help. Hey, Batman beats his own teammate, now gives it away, but Yami will get the save for now. Hallow in next, up high. Hey, Batman able to get 1 on it. Around again, this one dropping down, bouncing around the corner. Gavin trying to center it out. Kolbob waiting under it. Wiko the 50 right back in. 80 seconds left to go. This one cleared down the sideline. Hallow bringing it down, gets the corner, then he's demoed. Gavin off the back wall, 1 touch away, looking to stay with the air dribble, and will force it all the way down, as that's another awkward touch by 8-Bitman. But he does recover this time, and he's actually gonna score. Okay. Like, I can't say it was a good touch, but somehow he basically scored off it. And so why not, I guess, as it's 5-2. Steinhatchee cut the lead back down to 3 for the moment. Now Kolbob trying to go through the air, this one around the outside. 50'd back again. Yami looking for the play, and now it's pushed over to the side. Hallow looking for the must-see, will play it forward, won't be able to get much more, and now Kolbob will beat another. Gavin left alone, Kolbob blocked away by Gavin. Now in the air again, this one is in. 6-2. And it is back to a 4-goal lead. Lemon, I mean, they took a game off the team that took you guys to 5, so I don't know. This one over to the right side. Kolbob trying to knock it down. Hallow collecting it again. Okay, Bitman looking for a pinch, but it's going the wrong way. Hallow will send it down. Yami won't reach, but Kolbob sweeps across. And it's a factual statement. Bitman clears it away. Hallow down off the ceiling. Weak goes there. Perfect placement. 2-0. Well, a little ahead of myself, but 7-2. That's the number we care about right now. And it's going to be 12-3 on the series in terms of goals. And there the game ends. Now it's a 2-0 series. 12-11. This time they only outshoot them by 1, but they outscore them by 5. And to be honest, I'm confused at how there were possibly that many shots from Steinhatchee. But obviously, not nearly enough of them, if enough at all, were on target, as they only score 2. And, I mean, the reason I'm surprised is because you don't remember that many of them. I'm sure a lot of them were just clears downfield, or a couple were looks, but just in 2 defended nets, blocked away easy enough. And so, as we move on here now to game number 3, it's Chicago, 1 away from closing out a sweep. But will they get it done? Or can Steinhatchee stay alive to force a game number 4? Now down the sideline again. Wiko trying to wait behind it. Pump comes through. Now this one pitched down by Kolbob. Hallow off the right side. A Bitman dunked off the side wall again. Hallow now given space. A scary sentence. Reset over. Well, trying to get over one. Will beat one in the end, but it drops down wide as he runs out of boost. Wiko now trying to get it forward again. Gavin pops it up towards the ceiling to where he runs out of boost. Hallow backboard, no double. Wiko too far. Low boost total. Might there be a chance here? They may have gone for a pinch, but it was mistimed if it was. And in the end, it'll just be another clear away by Chicago without any harm. Gavin now trying to play it forward. Kolbob will bring it down, looking for the air dribble away. Wiko will pop it up in the air. Yami now up, uncontested, but that one will float away from him. Wiko will catch up, and we will stay scoreless through a minute, which again, that's a pretty good sentence for Steinhatchee, given that I think they were down at least 3. Well, they were down at least 2 in each of the games before now, and there's 1. Yeah, Hallow. So he air dribbles forward, he bangs it to the back wall, he lands, he jumps, and he scores. Does it all himself. He did have a teammate, but he didn't need him. And Chicago have a 1-goal lead again. So we're just starting to talk about how Steinhatchee had held on for quite a while, and that is still true. But they do eventually concede, and now the pressure starts to build. They have been dominated in this series. But now they need to get 2 goals in this game. And that's even if they don't concede more, which, of course, feels like a pretty unlikely prospect. This one now up the right wall, pinched down the sideline, bouncing around. Kolbob already on it. He'll clear it downfield. Kolbob now down the right sideline towards the net. Hallow pops it up high. 3 minutes left to go. Hallow the high flick. Yami back down towards the corner. Gavin will catch it back. Won't get a double. Kolbob's there, but it's a floater all the way wide. Now Wiko and Hallow getting each other's way a little bit, but Hallow recovers for the clear. Now over off the left wall. This one will drop down. No one on it. Kolbob trying to clear. It's right towards Hallow. He'll get a 50 for the moment, but it'll recenter itself. Okay, Bitman, another one out towards the side. Looking to get something to midfield, but he won't be able to as Wiko steals it away. Yami, though, given a bit of time, he will get it forward, but Wiko trying to turn it the other way. Gets a strong touch. Now a bump comes through. Hallow tries to fake, and then it bounces over. Gavin will be there to help him out, but now it's taken back away by Steinhatchee. Eventually away from Hallow, but still Steinhatchee pushing again. This is off the bar, and Kolbob is all the way back in the other half of the field, so there's no follow-up and no goal. 2 minutes left to go. Definitely the best game we've seen from the Scallops, but still very much losing. And we need to see them get a goal in kind of soon if they're going to avoid having to panic and rush a little bit. This one now will drop right back down. 8-Bit Man up off the left wall. Gavin now leaves it out. 8-Bit Man forward towards Hallow. Hallow now going to let Yami go. Drop down off the corner. It bounces over Hallow again. But Hallow will jump up. Able to get that off the right wall. Cut away by 8-Bit Man. Over the right side. Now off the corner, bouncing around. Hallow trying to get it clear away. Yami bringing it down. He'll bang it into the corner. Looking for a bump. Won't quite get it. Now down off the ceiling. Hallow trying to get it away. 8-Bit Man slowing it down. Goes for a shot, but Hallow just dunks him. Now Hallow downfield. It's wide for now. Fake there. Cleared away by Yami. He felt for a moment there was a chance it was on target, but in the end it just was not quite. And this one's blocked away again. Hallow just going to clear it back himself, trying to force a reset. Boost seal by Colbob. 8-Bit Man trying to get it forward right to Gavin. The demo could help. Yami moving in, bouncing it forward. Hallow downfield. Now Colbob over to the right, looking for a dunk on this one. Will earn a 50, but Wiko wins it in. 8-Bit Man now around the outside. Final 30 seconds left to go. Steinhatchee still within one, but they need to get one. This one dropped in, cleared by Wiko. No boost on 8-Bit Man, he can't dive. Wide for the moment, but Gavin's still up. The time is burning away. Colbob waiting behind it, looking for a cut. Hallow getting bumped. Wiko gets a save. Yami needs to get something on it, but he won't get enough. Gavin will get it forward. It skips up off 8-Bit Man, and it's a closer game, but the result is the same. Chicago close out a sweep. 3-0 in the end. This time, Chicago, the ones who get out pressured, as it felt like maybe kind of sat back a little bit, but I mean, they still get the win in the end, and they will secure the 3-0 sweep. As I know, I don't believe Hallow will be there for an interview. We'll see if we get one with the team in general. But, I mean, a pretty clean series, I think it's safe to say. I will ask. And so we'll see. I mean, not that much to talk about, but we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Chicago. Pretty dominant, it's safe to say. How does it feel to be 3-0?
It was great. I mean, we have definitely a rougher first or later half of the schedule. We have, I think, Hydra's week 8, Sentinels week 7. So we definitely have two of the harder teams towards the later in the season. So we'll see how we do against those guys. But right now, I like where we stand.
Fair enough. Now, I do have to ask, what made that game as close as it was at the end there? Was it just that you guys kind of slowed down a little bit?
We stopped calming. We started talking about just whatever.
Fair enough.
I mean, what else? What we're talking about, Gavin? Like just shots, like pro teams, RLCS matches today.
We were talking about
vibing.
Hollow's friends on the pro teams.
Fair.
Right.
I mean, you still got the win. And,
Yep.
I mean, I will ask Gavin, how does it feel to get a win in a Prism game?
I was just mowing the lawn, watching Hollow do his thing.
Fair. Good position to be in.
Yeah.
And, of course, for Wiko, you guys are slated to play Santa Carla next week, who were undefeated before this week. So how do you feel about that matchup?
It's definitely going to be probably our toughest matchup yet, but I still think we're going to win. If BP doesn't get screwed over by work, we should be good. Have the full team next week. And it should be a better game. Should be a close game.
Fair enough. And, of course, not too much to talk about in this series, I feel like. So I think that's about all I have. Congratulations on the win, and good luck next week.
Thanks, Saga. Thanks for casting.
Absolutely. All right, and that does it now for the second series of the night. We do still have one more left to go, as we have to conclude Pixel's third week. That'll be Madison Loudon, kickoff at 10 p.m., so we'll be live back in about 20 minutes. We hope to see you then, but your final score here, one last time, Chicago just playing better. They'll get 3. Meanwhile, it's Steinhatchee with 0. We'll be back in just a little bit for the last game of the week.